doesn't even fit entirely on the ping pong table. Ah! Okay. Okay, now that our quilt is laid out on the table, we have to come up with some designs. So here's what I'm thinking. If I figured it out by now, a picture will be here. I am thinking of putting, so there's a little Inukshuk up at the top somewhere, magically appearing. I'm gonna leave that as the only one on that quilt because I think it's cute. Now for the maple leaves, I am going to stitch around the outside of the maple leaves, and in the rest of the blocks, I think I'm gonna put more maple leaves and snowflakes. I think that suits this quilt really well. It's blue, white, and black. I feel like those are very wintry colors. It's made out of flannel. It's very heavy. It very much speaks to me as a winter quilt. So here I have a piece of paper that I have folded so that these two lines, these two corners meet up with the two corners of the block. So I know this is the same size as the block, and I can make designs fit in there now. Now, is this square? Yeah, that's pretty much bang on. So, don't use brand new blades for cutting. Use old blades. Okay. I was a little bit off, but only by a hair. So our point is lined up where we know our 90 degree is, right in the middle, and our two edges are right in line. So if I put a mark here at 60 and a mark here at 60, I can just fold it each. So this one I can fold to this line here. And you can just eyeball this, but whatever. I want it to be extra today. And this one we can fold over. At least I think this is how we make snowflakes. I honestly did not look up a tutorial before this, so we're just figuring it out. This feels wrong. Okay, hold on. Right, okay, so I missed a part. So first you have it in half, then you fold it into quarters, then you fold it into thirds. Then you trim off those top extra bits that are poking up like this. Those parts get trimmed off. Then we sketch. I just want to do something fairly simple that I can still sew around all the way. It's kind of tough visualizing how you think it's gonna look. Okay, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna see what that does. I should have chose just regular printer paper. Oh, it's so beefy. Okay, moment of truth. Okay. I don't hate it. I think that's cute. Yay! Okay, let's go see what it looks like with the maple leaves. I like this. Yeah, cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so here we've got the maple leaves, and then we'll have some snowflakes. I think that'll work and be cute. And yes, you totally can iron paper flat. Like, it's not perfect, but that's significantly more flat. Oops. Anyways, cute. Okay, I just laid, here's what I did. So if this is where the maple leaf is on the quilt, this is the center. I just lined this piece of paper up with this half, folded it over, then I knew that was the center of the block, flipped it, and then traced it. Go ahead, I can cut this. I can cut this. Okay. Nice. Okay, now, you heard me talking about it before. Pounce. What the heck is pounce? This is pounce. This happens to be iron off pounce. That's a sticky note I put on there myself. It's a powder that you can use to transfer designs. Generally, it's used for quilting templates. You just rub it over the template, and then it leaves a little powder trail of dots that you can follow to stitch. But today, I think I'm going to use it slightly differently, and I'm going to pounce around the outside of the quilt pattern that I'm using. Here's an example of one that I made before, and you can still see it has some of the powder on it. I actually ended up roughing up the surface so that it would take the pounce powder out of the pad a little bit easier. So we're gonna have to see how this goes, because this is very flimsy, and I don't know, well, I guess it wouldn't be too bad if I made a cardboard template. I might have to do that, because I have a lot of blocks that I have to transfer these onto, and I don't think this is gonna stand up as well. Even this started to get a little raggedy at the end. So, and yes, I did cut this out meticulously by hand with a tiny X-Acto knife. It sucked, but it worked, and it was free, because I am not gonna buy a laser cutter if I can do it for free. Those things are expensive as fuck. Okay, let's just test this out and see how it goes. So, we have our pattern, which is almost a little bit big. I might actually have to trim that down a bit, but that's okay. So first I'm just gonna make an awful noise. It's so faint. It's so faint. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make a template. That's all there is to it, and that's fine. I wanted to avoid that, but it's fine. Okay. Now, tedious part. Part that I was hoping to avoid. Now, if you were to cut out the entire shape, it would just fall out. So what we're gonna have to do, like I did on this one, is leave little bridge areas. Now, to do that, I really like using a Sharpie or something that has a bit of a wider tip, like a marker, in order to create a line to work with. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this'll do. You do want it to be a fairly thick tip. You don't want it to be super thin. Okay, now with another colored marker, we're gonna mark out our bridges. And you want that to be like every inch or so. Now, if you do have to or want to put a bridge in an area where you're changing direction, I'd put it like right at the tip. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut on the inside and the outside of the black line, but we're not going to cut where the orange spaces are. Where the orange spaces are on either side, we're going to cut across the black line. I'll show you what that looks like. And then, like I said, on the inside and the outside, and then you can sometimes just pop it out. And then we're gonna do that so many more times. So many more times. I don't want to do it. Away we go. Woo! Nice. Okay. Now we just want to cut around it the approximate size of the square itself. So, hold on. I can just measure the square. The squares are all roughly 8 by 8 inches. So, and then from our center, 4 inches on either side. Okay, then we cut that out. Okay, now we have our template that we can rub pounce on. I'm gonna repeat that for the other one. Yeah. We're back. I have the second template, pounce pad. On these ones here, I'm just gonna have to trace it out. It's a little too light for the pounce paper to, pounce powder to show up on. So I'll just have to pencil it in. Now I'm debating on the lighter ones. I'm debating whether or not I want to put the snowflakes in there or if I want to just generate a random number of 1 through 8, which is the length of these rows, and go with that. Because I have a feeling like this is going to be a pain. This won't be too bad to recreate multiple times, but this is going to be an absolute monstrosity, I feel like. So, and also I feel like it'll just be cute just to have a couple sprinkled throughout. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, since my back is busted, I'm just gonna go 1 row at a time, starting at this edge and work my way that way and folding it as I need to. Okay, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but I can see it in real life. It's a little bit blurry, but it will be enough for me to work with. It's gotten a little pearly in there, so I'm going to try and break that up so it's easier to use. Hey, pro tip, don't write on a dark blue quilt in dark blue. You won't be able to see it. Write in pink or anything else. It'll make your life 10 times easier. Yes, I am talking from personal experience. Yes, right now. Anyways. So, it's the next day. I realize that I have to go across the rows and not down the columns for this particular quilt, the way I'm gonna quilt it. You'll see it when we get there. So I need to stamp out one row at a time and then keep sewing. So, time to caffeinate. I can only have a little bit of caffeine, so it's green tea for me. Anything stronger than that and I start to get incredibly jittery, so cheers. So I'm going with this like nice icy blue color because I think it'll create this like shimmer effect and it's going to be really pretty and cute. Now, we need to make some decisions here. So, I don't know if I first want to go through all the sashing. Like normally I would go through all the sashing. But here's what I was talking about earlier. Let's see if I can thread this under so I can show you. So what I was thinking is with the free motion foot, I would go down here, follow around the pattern, and then come across again, and then just keep going like that with the free motion foot. Because that would result in the least amount of broken threads, or like cut threads. Or do I use the walking foot, go across each one, and then come and do these individually? That would result in the straightest lines. I think I might do that. Yeah, that's cute. It's very subtle, but you can still see that fun little pop of design. And I think it's gonna look really cute once it's been through the wash and the dryer. That this cotton batting is gonna shrink up to 5%, I think, for this particular kind. And that's gonna mean the inside of all these patterns is going to scrunch together, and that's going to make this kind of puff up a little bit, and it's going to look really, 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 really cute. And on the sides here, what I just did is I went and did like a little chevron in all of these spaces, and it's, oh, I just really love it. And here's what the back looks like. Very, very cute. So I just love it. It looks so cozy and inviting. Like, this would just be the best on like a cold winter day. I'm in love. I'm very excited to send it back to the client. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's very, very cute. I love it so much. So yeah, thanks for watching another one of my videos. It's been a slice. Anyways, okay, bye.